From translation, NKJV New King James Version. This 34th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Leviticus 8 to 10. Leviticus chapter 8, verses 1 to 36. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, the anointing oil, the bull of the sin offering, the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened bread, and gather all the congregation together at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the assembly was gathered at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. And Moses said to the assembly, This is the thing which the Lord commanded to be done. Then Moses brought Aaron and his sons and washed them with water. And he put the tunic on him, girded him with the sash, clothed him with the robe, and put the ephod on him. And he clothed him with the finely woven garment, bound the breastplate to him, and hung the Urim and the Thummim in the breastplate. He also put the turban on his head. And on the turban on the front, he put the golden plate, the holy crown, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was in it, and consecrated them. He sprinkled some of it on the altar 7 times, anointed the altar and all its utensils, and the laver and its base, to consecrate them. And he poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head and anointed him, to consecrate him. Then Moses brought Aaron's sons and put the tunics on them, girded them with sashes, and clothed them with the turbans, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also brought the bull of the sin offering. Then Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the bull of the sin offering, and Moses killed it. Then he took the blood and put it on the horns of the altar all around with his finger, and purified the altar, and poured the blood at the base of the altar and consecrated it, to make atonement for it. Then he took all the fat that was on the entrails, the fatty lobe attached to the liver, and the 2 kidneys with their fat, and Moses burned them on the altar. And he took the bull, the sin offering, and burned it with fire outside the camp, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he brought the ram as a burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram for a burnt offering, and Moses killed it. Then he splashed the blood against the altar all around, and he cut the ram into pieces. And Moses burned the head, the pieces, and the fat. Then he washed the entrails and the legs with water, and burned the ram entirely on the altar as a burnt offering for a sweet aroma, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He brought the other ram, the ram of consecration. Then Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram for consecration, and Moses killed it. Then he took some of its blood and put it on the tip of Aaron's right ear, on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. Also he brought the ram of consecration, and Moses took some of its blood, and put it on the tip of Aaron's right ear, on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. Then he brought Aaron's sons, and Moses put some of the blood on the tips of their right ears, on the thumbs of their right hands, and on the big toes of their right feet, and Moses splashed the blood against the altar all around. He took the fat tail, all the fat that was on the entrails, the fatty lobe attached to the liver, the 2 kidneys and their fat, and the right thigh. From the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took 1 unleavened cake, a cake of bread mixed with oil, and 1 wafer, and put them on the fat and on the right thigh. And he put all these in the hands of Aaron and in the hands of his sons, and they waved them as a wave offering before the Lord. Then Moses took them from their hands and burned them on the altar with the burnt offering. This was the consecration offering for a sweet aroma. It was an offering made by fire to the Lord, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And Moses said to Aaron, Go to the altar, offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. And present the offering of the people, and make atonement for them, as the Lord has commanded. Then Aaron went to the altar and killed the burnt offering and the sin offering. Aaron's sons presented to him the blood, which he put on the horns of the altar all around, and the blood he washed with water at the base of the altar. And he burned the fat on the altar, and Moses and Aaron waved the fat and the right thigh as a wave offering before the Lord, as the Lord had commanded. Then Moses took the breast, waved it as a wave offering before the Lord, and it was Moses' part as the portion of the wave offering, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And Moses said to Aaron and his sons, Boil the flesh at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and eat it there with the bread that is in the basket of consecration offerings, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. What was left of the flesh and of the bread you shall burn with fire. Thus you shall not go out of the door of the tabernacle of meeting for 7 days, until the days of your consecration are finished. For 7 days he shall consecrate you. As the Lord commanded Moses, so all the things were done. Leviticus chapter 9, verses 1 to 24. Now it came to pass on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said to Aaron, Take for yourself a young bull as a sin offering and a ram as a burnt offering, without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And to the children of Israel you shall speak, saying, take a kid of the goats as a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both 1-year-old without blemish, as a burnt offering, and also a bull and a ram as peace offerings, to sacrifice before the Lord, and a grain offering mixed with oil. For today the Lord will appear to you. So they brought what Moses commanded before the tabernacle of meeting, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. Then Moses said, "This is the thing which the Lord commanded you to do, and the glory of the Lord will appear to you." And Moses said to Aaron, "Go to the altar, offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people. Then offer the offering of the people, and make atonement for them, as the Lord has commanded." Aaron therefore went to the altar and killed the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. The sons of Aaron brought the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood, put it on the horns of the altar, and poured the blood at the base of the altar. But the fat, the kidneys, and the fatty lobe from the liver of the sin offering he burned on the altar, as the Lord had commanded Moses. The flesh and the hide he burned with fire outside the camp, as the Lord had commanded. Then he killed the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons handed him the blood, which he splashed against the altar all around. They handed him the burnt piece by piece, and the head, and he burned them on the altar. And he washed the entrails and the legs, and burned them with the burnt offering on the altar. Then he brought the people's offering, and took the goat which was the sin offering for the people, killed it, and offered it for sin, like the first one. And he brought the burnt offering and offered it according to the prescribed manner. Then he brought the grain offering, took a handful of it, and burned it on the altar, besides the burnt sacrifice of the morning. He also killed the bull and the ram as the peace offering which was for the people, and Aaron's sons handed him the blood, which he splashed against the altar all around. And the fat of the bull and the fat of the ram, the fat tail, the fatty lobe attached to the liver, the 2 kidneys and their fat, and the right thigh he laid aside. From the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord he took 1 unleavened cake, a cake of bread mixed with oil, and 1 wafer, and put them on the fat and on the right thigh. And he waved them as a wave offering before the Lord. This was a consecration offering for Aaron and for his sons. Then Aaron lifted his hand toward the people and blessed them, and came down from offering the sin offering, the burnt offering, and peace offerings. Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of meeting, and came out and blessed the people. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people, and fire came out from before the Lord, and consumed the burnt offering and the fat on the altar. When all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces. Leviticus chapter 10, verses 1 to 20. Then Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it, put incense on it, and offered profane fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. So fire went out from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. And Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord spoke, saying, By those who come near me I must be regarded as holy, and before all the people I must be glorified." So Aaron held his peace. Then Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uzziel the uncle of Aaron, and said to them, "Come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp." So they came near and carried them by their tunics out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and Ithamar, his sons, "Do not uncover your heads nor tear your clothes, lest you die, and wrath come upon all the people. But let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord has kindled. You shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle of meeting, lest you die, for the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you." So they did according to the word of Moses. Then the Lord spoke to Aaron, saying, "Do not drink wine intoxicating, nor strong drink, when you go into the tabernacle of meeting, lest you die. This shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and that you may distinguish between holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean, and that you may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord has spoken to them by Moses." And Moses spoke to Aaron, and to Eleazar and Ithamar, his sons who were left, "Take the grain offering that remains of the offerings made by fire to the Lord, and eat it without leaven beside the altar, for it is most holy. You shall eat it in a holy place, because it is your due and your son's due, from the sacrifices of the Lord made by fire, for so I have been commanded. The breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the heave offering you shall eat in a clean place, you and your sons and your daughters with you. For they are your due, and your sons' due from the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. The thigh of the heave offering, and the breast of the wave offering they shall bring with the offerings of fat made by fire, to offer as a wave offering before the Lord. It shall be a perpetual statute among your generations, in all your dwellings, that you eat neither the fat nor the blood." Then Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and there it was burned up. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron who were left, saying, "Why have you not eaten the sin offering in a holy place, since it is most holy, and God has given it to you to bear the guilt of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? See, its blood was not brought inside the holy place. Indeed, you should have eaten it in a holy place, as I commanded. And Aaron said to Moses, Look, this day they have offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things have happened to me. If I had eaten the sin offering today, would it have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? So when Moses heard that, he was content.